every time that we dispose of it or we use it, you've got to write that in there as well. And then there's different ways that you can dispose of it. So legally, you're supposed to have you can actually have the police come and pick it up and take it away so that they can dispose of it properly.
Is it potentially you have to write it down so that if someone comes and checks, will someone come, someone come check and make sure?
So if we get audited, then we've got to make sure that all of our records are all square. So so if you've got small amounts, so you know how sometimes we'll have like small amounts of 10G or small amounts of methadone or something left over, all of those types of things, if they're liquid form, then you need to have a vet flush it down the sink, or you can do it under the guidance of the vet, but a vet needs to watch you or do it, and then have another vet watch them do it, flush it down the sink, and then rinse it all down so that you can't physically get that back. Yeah. Technically, as nurses, we're not really supposed to touch the S8s. Yeah. So really, all of this should be done by the vets, but they need to have witnesses to say that yes, this was done. We do have some stock that's out of date. So if we have tablets that are out of date, we've got some codeine tablets in there, and codeine is technically a restricted drug too. So we've got to crush up those tablets and then dip them down the sink, or you've got to flush them directly down the toilet. So you can't ever
use them again because they're all crushed.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can't really dispose of them in medical waste, so they're not technically supposed to go for medical waste. But you can, if you've got the little vials, the 10Gs, it comes in little glass vials. So if you've got a little glass vial, or if you've got the little jar that the methadone comes in, the little canister, then technically those can be disposed of in the medical waste if they're empty. Because technically they're classified as sharps because they're made of glass. But yeah, so controlled drugs are a little bit tricky. Your advocate? What else does that?
Poison.
No, it's just served over the counter.
It's over the counter, but is that
can
be poisoning? So it's S5, S6.
Yes, it's fine.
You guys.
So your advocate, technically it is a poison. It seems really horrible that we're putting poisons on our pets, but because it's got a pesticide in it, technically it comes under the poisons. And these can be disposed of in medical waste as well, but when you think about a home environment where a person has an antiviral, they just chuck it in the bin anyway. So, and then you've got Noroclap, scheduled Noroclap calendar.
Pretty sure I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Because isn't that the same as Moxcam?
Yeah, so it's prescription remedy. Good.
Oh my gosh.
What else have we got to go through? Done that. Alright, so we've also got, as a related waste, you've got your animal carcasses. So we've got a few different policies here for procedures for different types of disposal for our animal carcasses. So when we have an animal euthanized, what are the options given to the owners in terms of their disposal?
Cremation, take home,
put on hold,
general hold, or general cremation.
Yep, and does everyone know where all these little tags are kept?
Yeah.
Steph,
in the
you can
drawers.
find out later. I could show you where they are. So if you've got a patient that is being sent for general cremation, so your general cremation, they don't get the remains back in any form. So these can technically be sent off for a mass cremation with our medical waste stuff, so they don't necessarily have to go to the Animal Welfare League. If anything, the Animal Welfare League charges a fortune, so not fortune, but compared to our waste bin. So we get 240 litres of medical waste disposed of whenever it fills up. We just have like an on-call basis, and it costs us about $55 for the month to have it here and to use it and then to get it emptied. There's like a small service fee to have it emptied. Whereas the Animal Welfare League will charge, like for a small patient, a minimum of about $35–40 for a general cremation, for say something like a cat, and then it only goes up from there. I mean, the client does pay for that, like they do pay to cover that, but it's a lot easier for us and a lot less handling for the Animal Welfare League if we just send our smaller general cremations in with our medical waste. So our medical waste bin gets emptied on a Tuesday, and then just as an on-call basis, so